Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy week 6. If you have looked at our curriculum, at our syllabus, you will see that week 6 appears to be a little bit light. Don't let that fool you. There's a reason. So, in week 6, you're going to be looking at the content. You're going to be watching a couple clips about social emotional learning. And then I'm going to be asking you, and you'll see that in the curriculum, to read Educating the Whole Child, Social Emotional Learning and Ethics Education. And then I've asked you to do a look ahead. And when you do a look ahead, you're going to see that you have your character and ethics and education research paper, and it is due the Sunday of week 7. So, although it's listed as week 7 work, I suggest that you get a jump start on it this coming week. Because if you're anything like me, I'm like, oh, I have time, I have time, I have time. And then, oh, I don't have time. So I say just get it done. It will reduce anxiety in you and stress. You'll have more time to ask me questions if needed. I would get a jump start on it. And you'll notice in the week 6 contents, it is under look ahead, review, character and ethics and education research paper. And I've also put review, your assignment number 5 for individual character analysis for Friday of week 8. But I would get a jump start on that character and ethics and education research paper. If you have looked at the assignment, you know that this is a required, it goes through the Concordia Online Writing Lab, which is OWL. And, it takes about 2 to 3 day turnaround for feedback. And that's not counting the day that you turn it in. So remember at the beginning of class, I said make sure you make an account if you don't already have one, kind of look at how to do the process, those types of things to submit. And then you're going to submit it. You're going to submit your draft, and they're going to give you feedback so that you can edit. Okay. And you want to get in the habit of using this. It's always good to have an extra pair of eyes on your papers, anyways. And on top of it, you're going to need to do that for capstone. You're going to need to make sure that everything is cited correctly, all of those types of things. So, you will be required to do a paper, I believe, from now on in each class that goes through OWL, the online writing lab. So, you start working on your paper, in week 6 and your draft and those types of things, then you can submit it early and edit it early, and you'll feel better about that. I believe you will feel better about that. I'm assuming, but I believe you will feel better about that. So we've talked a lot about social emotional, and you've brought it up in your discussion boards and in your work. And you know how I feel about it, broken record. If we don't teach young people how to regulate, then there's going to be problematic issues throughout their life in education, in team sports, in careers, in relationships. And regulation is something that we all have to work on. Everybody in this class, myself included, we have to work on all the time. It's so funny. You'll think you're doing good, and then something will trigger you and set you off, and you'll be like, "Oh, I have more work to do on that." So, I think you're really going to like the clips. The week 6 content is about social emotional. And so you have 2 clips from YouTube that you're going to be looking at. And then I've asked you to read Educating the Whole Child, Social Emotional Learning and Ethics Education. And, my husband, uh, and you can think about this in your own situation, but it definitely is true that opposites attract. And my husband is very mellow and barely raises his voice, and I come from a family of hotheads, so I have to constantly work to regulate my emotions and my feelings, and I like to model that in my classroom. I like to model that with my colleagues. I like to tell short, brief, stories about times when I did regulate well or when I struggled, because as I've said before, students oftentimes think that we just have it all down. We just have it all down, and education is easy for us, and regulating is easy for us, and all of those things. And we have to show them that we struggle too, at times, and meet them where they're at, but also show them where we've been. So I think you will really enjoy this week. And like I said, it's light, but get started on that paperwork. Okay, and personal note, so Tuesday the 16th is the day my grandbaby is coming. I don't know yet if she will be arriving naturally or C-section. She's breech and she has refused to turn around that grandbaby. So I am heading out to North Park, San Diego tomorrow night. And Tuesday morning, I will be at the hospital with my baby girl, about to be a mom. So I will have my phone on. It'll be on silent. I will have my phone on if you need me. But your thoughts and prayers and golden light and love would be much appreciated as I welcome Margot Winter into the world. So have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon, and I will update you soon. Be well.